Safaris. Before you begin your trip, you should know that the unpaved roads of Harambe Wildlife Reserve pass from
If you're on the right hand side, please wash your hands, arms, feet, and legs. Your third against slide on the chest. Sante Sana word, and Asante Sana means thank you here in Harambe. Another word we like to say is Twende, which means let's go. Ciao everyone, my name is Becca. I'll be your safari guide on today's trip around the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. A few safety reminders, please remain seated. Keep all hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times. And if you guys look above your heads today, you're going to see a wildlife spotting guide showing pictures of a lot of the animals we can see out there. Not a guarantee we'll see all of them, but hopefully we see as many as possible as we head on out there today. The first part of the reserve here is the Little Ituri Forest, keyword being forest. There's going to be a lot of trees and a lot of bushes, sometimes making it a little difficult to spot some of these animals. Fingers crossed we get lucky. See some pretty cool animals out here. Gotta keep a close eye out. Now out to the right, you might start to see an okapi. Okapis have black and white stripes on their legs. A lot of people think that because of those stripes they're related to the zebra, when they're more closely related to the giraffe based on their skeletal structure and prehensile tongue. To the left, there are two different animals hanging out together, the greater kudu and the bongo. Greater kudus are tan in color, bongos are reddish brown in color. Greater kudus, males will have horns and females will not, so we know that these are female greater kudu. Whereas the bongos, both males and females have horns that they use to get through thick bushes. And bongos, they're also often referred to as the ghosts of the forest, as they're shy and great at hiding. Now let's keep on moving here. You might see that black rhino hanging out behind that broken down tree out there. Well, there's another black rhino just around the corner as well. We'll see it laying up against the cliff wall here a little closer. Black rhinos can reach 3,000 pounds, so it can run at 30 miles per hour. And they're going to have a prehensile upper lip. Prehensile meaning finger-like. It is pointy and it helps grab things. You may notice that there's a lot of bamboo here in the forest. Bamboo is a very fast-growing plant, growing a lot faster than trees. Making bamboo products a great alternative to paper products. They're easy to make in high quantities, easy to recycle, and they help out with habitat destruction here in the forest for these animals. Around the corner here, off to the left, we'll see two saddle-billed storks. Saddle-billed storks are a black and white bird with a yellow saddle shape on their beak, and their wingspan can reach about 9 feet in width, which is the same width as the awning above our heads today. We're going to go ahead and exit the Little Ituri Forest, just about to head over into the Safi River. And the Safi River is home to some aquatic animals such as the Nile crocodile and the Nile hippopotamus. Now off to the right, we'll see some pink-backed pelicans. Pink-backed pelicans are the light gray birds with long beaks. They get their pink coloration during mating season, and they've got a similar wingspan to that of the saddle-billed storks of about 9 feet in width. And to the left here are some hippos. A group of hippos, they're called abelotes, and an adult hippo can reach 5,500 pounds when full grown. Hippos, they can hold their breath for several minutes at a time, so they're often found underwater. After they spend most of their day, they're able to take short naps underwater, which is pretty cool, and they'll come up for air when they need it. And now hippos, they've got hairless skin, and because their skin has no hair, they're going to stay in the water most of the day, keeping their skin as hydrated as possible. They're going to come out at night to find food. Nile crocodile. Nile crocodile can reach 16 feet in length and about 500 pounds. Mother and father Nile crocodile will often roll their eggs in their mouths to help their babies hatch. Fully seated for me, friends. Do make sure we are seated. We are just about to head on out into the savannah. The savannah is home to some well-known animals. Animals such as the lion, the cheetah, the giraffe, and the elephant. As a reminder, it is not a guarantee that we see all these animals, but hopefully we see as many as possible as we head on out there. Coming up on our right, we're going to see a baobab tree. Baobab trees are going to remain leafless for about 9 months of the year. They hold their water in their trunk. Animals will often puncture the trunk of the tree to get to the water inside, especially on hot days, which is why they could also be known as the tree of life. Well, let's start to head on down the hill here. As we head down the hill, there may be a variety of different animals roaming around out there. I'm going to mention the ones closest to us first, and the ones out in the distance I'll mention as we get closer. And we'll be getting close to some pretty cool animals out there in just a few moments. Off to the right, you might start to see some of those giraffes in the distance. We'll hopefully get closer to them in just a little bit. But those giraffes are the Masai giraffes. And Masai giraffes are going to have rough, jagged patches. That's how we know that they are the Masai giraffe over any other giraffe species. Also, no two giraffes will ever have the same patch pattern. Kind of like our fingerprints. It's how they tell themselves apart. You can also see those wildebeests out there. Wildebeests are social creatures. About 1.5 million wildebeests will migrate about 500 to 1,000 miles annually. And wildebeests, they can also be called the gnu, spelled G-N-U, and it replicates the sound that they make. But let's look off to the left here. There's a den out here, so let's see if we can find any animals like those African painted dogs. African painted dogs are going to have 4 toes per paw. They've got a great success rate at hunting as they hunt in packs. They're very good at it. Make sure our children are seated. Do make sure our children are fully seated, not standing in a lap, but fully seated. Coming up on our left, we're going to see some Ankole cattle. Ankole cattle are going to have those big horns on the top of their head. Those horns, they look heavy, but they're actually not. They've got a honeycomb-like structure inside and contain blood vessels that help cool the cattle down on hot days. You may also see those sable antelope all the way in the back there to the left. Now, sable antelope, they've got slender, slicked-back horns on the top of their head, and those horns help them fend off predators from jumping on their back. Predators such as lions, cheetahs, and those African painted dogs we just saw. Here are those wildebeests to our right and one on our left as well. We're going to be passed by these termite mounds here too. Termite mounds are hard in structure made of dung and saliva. Animals will often use these mounds as scratching posts out on the reserve. As the mounds deteriorate, smaller antelope will use them as lookout points across the savannah. Let's go ahead and keep on moving here. I am seeing these giraffes. We're getting a little bit closer. As we do get closer to these giraffes, if you look up at the top of their heads, they've got these things called ossicones. Those are those things that look like horns. They're not actually horns, though. It's part of their skeleton. They're not going anywhere. Both them and male okapis have ossicones. That's why they are related based on their skeletal structure. Another similarity between the giraffe and the okapi is going to be their prehensile tongue. Prehensile meaning finger-like. It is long and helps them grab things. The giraffe's prehensile tongue can reach 18 inches long. That's the same length as an adult's forearm. To the right, you might see those springbok. Springbok are small, brightly colored antelope. They can jump 6 to 8 feet straight into the air and 13 feet far in front of themselves. To put that into perspective, that's straight through this truck. And off to the left here is an eland hanging out with these giraffes. Elands are a very tall tan antelope. They can reach 6 feet tall at the shoulder and 2,000 pounds. There goes those springbok kind of walking where we were going. where we came from. So we're going behind us now off to the right. We'll see these zebras out to the right as well. And a group of zebras, they're called a dazzle. More specifically, those are the Hartman's Mountain Zebra. And now Hartman's Mountain Zebra, they've got a small flap of skin under their neck called a dewlap that aids in blood circulation and cools them down on hot days. Hartman's Mountain Zebra, the only zebra with that dewlap. And you may have seen this giraffe running around earlier. This is a baby giraffe. Giraffes are the tallest animal in the world. They can reach 16 to 20 feet tall when full grown. Baby giraffe when first born are about 6 feet tall. So even they are taller than all of them. And a group of giraffes, they're called a tower as they tower over the rest of the savannah. Looks like that giraffe had the zoomies a little bit. It does happen out here. They get very, very rambunctious. But we're just about to head on into elephant territory, so fingers crossed we see some elephants out there today. And before we get there, we do have to pass through all these rocks and broken down trees. So we're going to go pretty slowly, pretty carefully. We do want to make it there safely. But all these broken down trees are a wonderful sign that the elephants have been here. Elephants, they are considered bulldozers. That means that they knock trees down to get to the leaves up at the top of the trees. That's what we're seeing here is all these trees they knocked down and left behind. Elephants just yet. The elephant territory is pretty big. Elephants themselves are pretty big, so they've got a lot of space here. We're going to hopefully see one in just a little bit. There's one coming up on our right, actually. Elephants are social creatures. Mother and children elephants will remain in large herds, whereas males mature, they go off into isolation or form small bachelor herds. Now, something interesting that researchers over at Disney's Animal Kingdom have found is that elephants, they are afraid of the sound of bees. Farmers in Kenya have implemented this research by incorporating beehives to surround their crops. This helps out the farmers because elephants are no longer eating or destroying their crops. They also get an additional cash crop of honey. It also helps out those elephants because farmers can get territorial over their crops. So it's a win-win scenario for everyone, and it goes to show that if you donate to the Disney Conservation Fund, other than what's over at the park or online at home, those funds don't go to waste. They go directly to helping these wonderful, beautiful animals we are seeing today. As we head off that bridge down the hill, we're coming up on the red clay pits, and red clay is very high in minerals. Animals will often eat the red clay to get to the minerals inside, similar to the way that we eat our vitamins every day. It gives them nutrients and helps them survive. But now let's look out to the left. Fingers crossed we get lucky and see some more elephants. It looks like there's some out there. Oh, there's a baby elephant. Let's slow down. Elephants, they use dirt and mud as a form of natural sunblock, cooling them down and protecting their skin from the harsh rays of the sun. Another way that they cool themselves down is by flapping their ears back and forth. Their ears contain blood vessels, so by doing so, they're able to regulate their body temperature, decreasing it pretty significantly, which is very helpful and very, very useful, especially on hot days. Coming up on our right, we'll see some more of these Baobab trees. Baobab trees, as a reminder, are also called the tree of life. Another name that they could be called is the upside down tree, because without those leaves, those branches, they do look like roots in the sky. Oh, looks like there's another giraffe kind of poking its head in the bushes here to the right as well. Just around the corner, coming up on our left, we'll see the greater flamingos. And on the greater flamingos, they are the largest but the least pink of the flamingo species. They get their pink coloration from their diet. And their diet is going to be brine shrimp, which contains a protein called beta-carotene. On first hatched baby flamingos, they are small, gray, and fluffy. They don't get their full pink coloration until about 2 to 2.5 years of age. And a group of flamingos, they're called a flamboyant. So that's what we're seeing out here to our left, a flamboyance of flamingos. But we are just about to head on through these rocks up ahead and into rhino territory, so fingers crossed we get lucky and see some rhinos out there today. Similarly to the elephants, rhinos, they use dirt and mud as a form of natural sunblock, cooling them down and protecting their skin from the harsh rays of the sun. So let's head on into rhino territory. And coming up on our left is going to be a pretty fresh mud wallow, a good sign that the rhinos have been here. I don't see them just yet, so let's see if we can find them. The rhinos, they're often poached for their horns. Their horns are believed to have a medicinal benefit to us, when in all reality, they do not. Their horns are made out of keratin. That's the same thing that makes up our hair and fingernails. So their horns give us no medicinal benefit. Alrighty, let's head around the corner, looking out to our left, see if we can find any animals that are really going to camouflaging up on the hills here. Animals with spots are going to be able to blend in really, really well with their surroundings. While we keep looking that way, real quickly to the right are still rhinos. Those are the white rhinos there. White rhinos can reach 5,000 pounds. They can run at 35. They can reach 6,000 pounds. They can run at 35 miles per hour. And they're going to have a wide, flat upper lip, which they use to graze on grass. Now, oh, there goes that cheetah in the back. There it is. Cheetahs are the fastest animal on land. They can reach 60 miles per hour in about 3 seconds. They can't withstand that speed for very long. Oh, and some ostrich to the right there as well. Ostrich are the fastest animal on 2 legs. They can reach 40 miles per hour. They can't fly, but they can use their wings to change directions while running at fast speeds. Let's head on down to the Kopi Rocks now, though. And the Kopi Rocks are a rock formation used by animals to get a good lookout point across the savannah. So let's see if we can find any more animals that might hang out at Kopi Rocks. Like the lion. Looks like one of those lions are taking a nap at the very, very top of the rocks. Lions, like the cats you may have at home, will rest for about 16 to 20 hours a day. They save their energy to hunt at night when they have their best eyesight or vision. And a lion's roar can be heard about 6 miles away. That's how they communicate across the wide open savannah. Now we're going to hopefully see those ostrich one more time, looking out to the right here. There goes those ostrich. Oh, there's a waterbuck hiding in the bushes there too. Waterbuck's a little harder to see, just behind the bushes there. But waterbucks are often found by the water, hence their name. They're having an oily secretion on their coat, which helps them remain water resistant. And that oily secretion not only makes them water resistant, but also a little shiny, a little smelly, and that smell helps deter predators. Here goes that male lion. Well, let's go ahead and keep on moving. There's that female lion we saw earlier, still hanging out up there. It looks like she might be moving around. But just around the corner, coming up on our left, are some burrows. So we're going to take a quick peek around these burrows. Fingers crossed we get lucky and see some pretty cool animals out here. One animal that might use these burrows are the warthogs. I'm not seeing them just yet, but like I said, they are really good at hiding. So they often back into their burrows, keeping their heads out front, protecting them from threats or predators. They'll use their tusks as a defense mechanism. Alrighty. Just around the corner here, coming up on our right, I am going to start to see those ostrich eggs. They're going to be on the ground here to the right. A single ostrich egg can weigh about 3 pounds. That's the same weight as about 2 dozen chicken eggs. They're also pretty sturdy. They can withstand the weight of an adult ostrich standing on top of them. That comes in handy when your parents are ostrich. An adult male ostrich can weigh almost 300 pounds. Well, let's head on over the bridge. As we head over this bridge, we are exiting the savannah and heading into the Lagati Glen. And the Wangani Glen is home to the Warden's Post here on the reserve. And the Warden likes to raise some Nigerian North goats that hopefully we'll see here in just a moment. These goats are going to be full grown. They won't get any bigger than what we'll be seeing here today. And they produce a sweet milk which can be used for dairy products and soap making. If you'd like a closer look at some Nigerian dwarf goats, you can take a short train ride over to Rafiki's Planet Watch where they've got the affection section. At the affection section, you can brush and pet some animals, including some Nigerian dwarf goats, some sheep, and some pigs. Now let's head on through this final gate, and our safari together is coming to a close today. Hope you all have enjoyed the fun and cool animals we've seen. Animals such as the lion, the rhino, the hippo, and the giraffe. Here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, our goal is to help inform guests of conservation efforts that can be taken to help save animals around the world. One thing you can do at home is recycle your electronics. Electronics such as your phone, tablet, and computers. These electronics have a mineral called coltan, and coltan is a highly recyclable mineral that is mined for in Africa. Providing efforts to get to this mineral does cause some habitat destruction for animals, so far possible, recycling your electronics can help save the lives and homes of animals such as the elephants we saw today. We're going to head on through the water here. As we do so, we're approaching our unloading docks. So please start to gather all of your belongings. This includes your phone, your keys, your wallets, your bags, and your purses. Anything that you brought with you onto the truck, please take with you off of the truck. And if I don't have any wilderness explorers on board, this is the Simba 1. I repeat, this is the Simba 1. That's the SIMBA and the number 1. Hope you guys enjoyed the safari today. My name is Becca. I am from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. And if you're looking for something fun to do as you exit this attraction, there's going to be the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, a 15 to 20 minute walking trail where you can go see some animals we may have seen today, as well as some that we haven't. Animals over there may include gorillas, meerkats, naked mole rats, okapis, hippos, and many more. Alrighty friends, down here in Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye. That's part 2 sad and part 2 final. Instead we say Kwaherini, which means to go well. So as we begin to approach this dock, be sure to gather all of your belongings. Kwaherini friends, go well, go wild, have an amazing rest of your day. Here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. If you're on the right hand side, please watch your hands, arms, feet, and legs. Doors are going to slide on open. Watch your step as you exit. Kwaherini everyone, go well, go wild. Have a good day.